Alright, I'm going to do a video here of how to build the huntress the way I do um, for lightning spear. Now, the main point of this will be to show you how to first get your survivability online with energy shield, and then how to get more damage, either using the straight lightning spear or what I prefer, the lightning spear crossbow swap. Okay, so I've got no gear on at all, apart from the charms and potions, which I couldn't be bothered unequipping. But let's start off with the Ascension. The Ascension order is pretty kind of straightforward. You first want to pick up accuracy and critical strike as your first ascension, accuracy and penetrate as your second ascension. For your third ascension, you want to go elemental damage and elemental infusion. Now, we'll leave it like that for the moment as your first three. When it comes to your fourth, there's a few different things you can do, but that's where we'll leave it at the moment. So the first thing we're really going to do with this build is, to start off, we want to build for energy shield to start off with. The reason for that is it's going to be the easiest way to build survivability up front, because you're going to get a lot of value over of taking energy shield to as your primary defensive layer. And so we'll just start here. Pick these attack damage nodes to Primal Instinct. Now, from Primal Instinct, you're going to go here, and for the attributes, are going to be primarily dexterity based, but you want a fair bit of intelligence as well to meet energy shield gear requirements. But you can sort of fiddle with this as you go along, either using points in your actual tree, which will be changing around all the time via respecking these attribute nodes to wear the gear that you find, or by using runes, attribute runes, to meet the stuff that you need. So pick up this again, another attribute. We'll just put it for Dex for now. Dex. Slap one of it in for the heck of it. Yeah. Another one of Mints. Now here we want Step Like Mist and movement speed, mana regeneration, all good stuff there. Now there's our first hybrid node: evasion and energy shield. Evasion, energy shield, evasion, energy shield. A flow like water, take this. Now, here, you've got kind of a choice. I like these three: the crit chance, crushing wave, and crit chance. And that's, now, you could, if you've got the points to spare, go back and choose shock chance and essence of the storm, pick up those two as well. Or even these two, if you want a bit more mana regen and skill speed. Skill speed is especially nice because you'll notice that Lightning Spear has a little bit of a wind-up time, almost like if it can get interrupted, and the skill speed will help with that. Up here, let's choose and It's now we're starting to really hit the good energy shield nodes. So how many points is this so far? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11, after 11 points, you'll start getting your first little energy shield cluster. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24, you get another good energy shield cluster. All these ones here pick up. And that's not level 24, because you remember you get the books as well, which are going to add to this energy shield. And then you can grab all these really quickly. So now we've got like a good chunk of energy shield nodes, which are all going to stack on to basically increase all our energy shields that we get from gear. You can even choose these two down here if you want to really add a little bit extra. But from this point, I would suggest rather than going and grabbing these two, we get back to kind of moving towards some. All of these are pretty much, apart from these three here, this is most of this tree so far is defensive. Now, the huntress has quite a bit of damage with Ace Lightning Spear that you don't need to really juice the damage early. Get these ones set up first, so you're kind of sorting your defense first. Now, what we're going to do now is start going towards some more damaging nodes. So head back to here, and head along here, and down. We want to go through here. Yeah. These freeze build up nodes I like because I use a crossbow to do freeze damage. If you don't want to do that, you can just go straight through here. Pick up this one, accuracy, and go straight through here to there. Pick up the jewel slot. Keep on going down. Now, we want to head up here. Grab this jewel slot and grab all these nodes. Now, what we're going to do with this jewel slot and these nodes, these are all great nodes. The crit chance, crit damage, yada yada yada. But what we're going to use this jewel slot for in particular is a time loss jewel. And then we're going to put it in that slot, and that's going to boost all these nodes here. So we get a big boost from being able to chuck all those nodes up and see my time lost here. Is all of these are giving cold damage, energy shield, quick strike chance, and damage taken from mana before life, which is mere that last one, but all the rest are good. Now, we're going to head down the other way, and like I said, it doesn't matter which of these ones you choose, whether it be Dex, and you just do it to meet your gear requirements and your skill gem requirements. Right. Go down to grab another jewel slot because we want as many jewel slots as we can because they're super potent and we don't get many of them. But the reason to head down here is to grab these three nodes, the skill speed and movement speed. and these 4 nodes here. And that's kind of like the basic setup. It's this it's like sort of the very much the sort of the bare bones setup, and from here there's a few things we want to sprinkle on extra stuff basically. So I would suggest first taking these nodes. This gives you a bunch of evasion, which, okay, with building energy shield, so you may think that this evasion are kind of wasted if all of our gear is going to be energy shields. Now, normally you'd be right, but what we're actually going to do next is pick up these 3 energy shield and evasion nodes, and particularly this node here, subterfuge mask. And what that is going to do is give us +2 evasion rating per 1 maximum energy shield on your helmet. So if you have a really good helmet with 300 or 400 energy shield, it'll instantly hit you up to double whatever you have on your energy shield as evasion, which will. When I first picked up this node, I had a full energy shield build with no evasion, but I had 400 energy shield on my helmet. I picked up this node and I went from 0% evasion to 40% evasion. So yeah, it's really quite effective to get into defensive layer. And these 2 nodes here, the 25 to dexterity and the 8% increased dexterity, are really nice for our attribute requirements. If we want to run 20 skill gems, level 20 skill gems eventually, we're going to need 205 dexterity to run those, so you're going to need to pump that stat quite a bit. Right, other nodes. This big cluster down here is all really good stuff. I don't usually take this one at the end, but could do. I mean, not a big deal, whatever. Let's grab more. Now, what's next? Okay, well, I like this set of nodes up here, so I'm going to go up this way in order to open another jewel slot and get all these crit nodes here. Some good stuff. You can get that one as well if you like. Now, at this point, got 7 points left, so this would be effectively, you'd be level 89 at this point. Now, what are some other things to consider? Now, there's these couple of nodes here, which are good. This one just increased elemental damage, and this one is nice. 5% fizz damage from hits goes to a random element, which is nice. This little cluster here, maiming strike attacks have 20% chance to main on hit. There's some movement speed here, so those 3 are quite nice to get. And if you're doing the crossbow swap, do these for cold penetration. Again, freeze build-up, you could do those. I would suggest, as a basic kind of build, to pick up these 2, Mana Leech and Siphon, This one will increase your mana leech. If you have anything like leech mana on your weapon, it'll increase it. And this also recover 2% of max mana on kill. Can be really nice to um, solve your mana problems. And hmm, let's just take some more defensives for an example here. You can even get this crit node as these three are nice. We'll do some more defensive, so we'll pick up these two energy shield nodes, and we'll pick up these. Okay, there we go. And but yeah, the it's kind of like you can the sort of extra points after you kind of get the skeleton out, you can sort of play around with it. Now for the last ascension, um, with this, if you take this node subterfuge mask and you get these evasion nodes, would highly recommend choosing this evasion node and Stalking Panther. Stalking Panther, it halves your evasion on your body armor. Now, ideally with the body armor, we're going to want a high energy shield piece with either a bit of armor or no armor and just straight energy shields. Um, and then it's going to double the evasion bonus we get from Subterfuge Mask for a helmet to get a really nice chunky bit of evasion. But another thing you can do is go up to Mystic Harvest and use the Energy Shield Leech Gloves, or you can choose this one, Predatory Instinct, which will give you damage against like a rare and unique enemy. So if you want more boss damage, this is the way to go. But I find that the most consistent way to do in-game mapping is to have a good defensive layer, and this is definitely the best one to do that with. Let's and that is pretty much it. Like you'll see here, I've got these helmets here. Um, Actually, do that later. We'll put that for the. That's kind of the build guide for the stats, the passive tree rather, and how you build it out. Um, I'll go into my gear in another video. That's the main thing with that subterfuge mask thing is like this helmet's you got 400 energy shield on it. It gets you a nice chunk of evasion with subterfuge mask and stalking panther. So anyway, that's about it.